Today we'll be making star bread. We'll be taking half a teaspoon of yeast in 3/4 cup of water, warm water. Make sure you mix it well so that all the particles of the yeast are equally dissolved. Leave it for 15 minutes. We're taking 300 grams of all-purpose flour here, and we're going to be adding some salt, about 1 teaspoon. You can add more if you like. We're adding 2 teaspoons of sugar. We're trying to keep the sugar low so that we don't have it neither too sweet nor too salty. Now take the yeast mixture and gradually add it into your mixing bowl. You can mix this by hand as well if you don't have a mixer. We're just going to wait till everything comes together. It doesn't have to be a perfect dough just yet. Then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of oil into the mixture very gradually. Once the dough starts to separate from the sides, as you'll see just now, that means you can take the dough out. Put it onto the table and knead it a little bit and shape it into a round ball. We'll be keeping this in a warm place for about 1 to 2 hours. After 1 to 2 hours, it should look something like this, doubled in size. Gently take out your dough and shape it again into a smooth ball just like this. We're going to be dividing the dough into 2 parts. So if you have a knife or like I have a scraper, divide it into 2 halves. So we'll be making 2 today. I find that making it smaller makes it much neater, but you could always make 1 big one. Shape them into balls just like this. And we're going to further divide this into 4 parts. These are going to be our 4 layers. So divide it into 4 and again roll them into balls again, just like this. We're going to roll out our first layer. It's better to work in an assembly line so you can just roll out all of them at once. This will also give the dough time to rest in between, and so it won't be shrinking back so much like it usually does. It will also make the process faster. So I have my 4 layers all ready and done. I'm going to take the first one, roll it out even further. Don't worry about it not getting into proper shape, because once we start setting the layers up, they will all come into a nice round shape. I'm going to take a piece of parchment paper. I have a wax paper right here. And we're going to make sure we butter it very generously so that nothing sticks as we are baking it. You're going to place your first layer on top of that. And here's the time that you can set it into a circle or the shape you want, which right now here is going to be, of course, round. We're going to put our filling in. Right here I have some basil pesto here, which I really love. So we're going to be using that. And just a little bit, and we're going to spread it around. Make sure you don't put it around the edges, because that's where we'll be sticking the dough layers together. Adding to the pesto, we'll be doing some cheese. I'm taking cheddar cheese here. You could take any cheese you want, or you can even do a mixture of some cheese. Add the second layer on top. And we're going to stick the edges together. And just like that, we'll neatly pinch the edge so that we don't have any gaping holes. Gonna add our second layer of filling, and this way we'll have three at the and by the end we'll have three layers of filling and 4 layers of dough. So I'm gonna put the second dough there on top. Fill it up again. And on top we'll add the final dough layer. Right here I'm making another one. This is a butter garlic star bread. So you just add, same like the other ones, you just add butter and garlic on top and some cheese, and we do all the 4 layers again just like that. After putting the final layer, it should look something like this. And as you can see, it's turned out to be a nice round shape regardless of how you roll out the dough. So again, we're making sure all the edges are nicely pinched together because we're going to be cutting these into it. So take a bottle cap or any shape that you like, a round shape, and put it in the middle just for an indentation, just a marker. And you're going to cut about 8 pieces because these are going to be at 8 petals. You can take the bottle cap off, and now you see you have a little marker there so you know where to cut. So now each petal we're going to divide into 2, take the pieces and then twist it outwards, 1, 2, 3, and join it back just like that. And we're going to be doing this all around. Cut in the middle, take the 2 pieces, twist them outwards, 1, 2, 3, and then join them back. Again, don't worry if they don't turn out perfect because they will rise just now and they will form their shape. We'll repeat this all the way around. After completing all the sides, we're just going to put this in a pie pan. You can put it in any flat dish as well, but I find that if you put it in a cake pan or a pie dish, it turns out really nice. We're going to proof it for like about half an hour, and you'll see it pop up just like this. Going to apply an egg wash on it. That's just 1 egg and a little bit of water. And spread it all over. I'm going to be baking this at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 to 30 minutes until you see the top start that are brown. And here we have them after about 30 minutes. A nice golden brown on top. Here's the garlic one, and then we have the other pesto one. Let it cool down for a little bit, and then you can always take the paper off. This is such a versatile bread. You can add any fillings to it, sweet or salty, and you can do it, and it's easy to serve because you can just break off a piece just like that, and you can see the goodness in it. It's absolutely soft. The smell of butter and garlic is just amazing. Thank you so much for watching.